Hello, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. Episode 3, A Clue for Scooby-Doo, is our first week episode of the season. While the plot structure, as I've pointed out before, is largely no different from episode to episode, there are quite a few head-scratchers to talk about. What I mean is there are some moments that don't make any logical sense and act as little plot speed bumps throughout the episode. Let's start off with a very minor one that you could argue is simply cartoon logic at work, namely the ghost of Captain Cutler running with ease underwater. It really bothered me whenever this occurred because when you're that far underwater, you're not running through air. The density of water, from what I've read, is 775 times that of air, so you can't just run through it as easily as running on land. Is this a massive nitpick? Yes, but I had to bring it up. Now, you can throw that one aside by applying cartoon logic, as the characters have worked against logic before. However, my other two problems with this episode are not so easily dismissed, in my opinion. Towards the end of the episode, Shaggy accidentally sits down on a rock and it opens up a secret passage. You might ask, okay, how is that a problem? Well, because for one, they were underwater. Are you telling me that Captain Cutler managed to create not only a rock switch, but also either a fake rock front or a movable real one, all while underwater? Not to mention, I'm not sure if I just missed it or what, but I don't recall the gang explaining how Cutler got the boats underwater and through that passage. If they did, then my bad. I am working on this on no sleep, so you'll have to forgive me. Another big problem with this episode was really just the shoddy animation. Now, this is an old show, so I have given it some leeway in terms of the quality of animation, but for some reason, this episode had the characters undergoing some bizarre facial transformations, sometimes not even looking like they're actual character models anymore. The beautiful Daphne at times looked fairly terrifying, or dead inside, and the animators somehow gave Shaggy blonde hair at one point. I'm not sure how you even make that mistake. So, while it was great seeing another classic Scooby-Doo villain, ultimately this episode got dragged down by some weird logic and poor animation. It's simply not that good of an episode, although it did have some okay comedy moments here and there, just not enough to shake my negative impression of the episode. Let me know if you agree with me or not in the comments below. Thanks for watching, take care.